Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. I'm Brent Apperson.
I'm Jeremy Scheib. Good morning.
Jeremy, good morning to you.
Good morning.
All right, let me click all my buttons here. There we go. Well, normally on Wednesday mornings, we like to start the show visiting with our good friend Mark there at Tradewinds Marina outside Loop City at Sherman Reservoir, but gave Mark a call. Not available this morning, left a message, so if Mark's available later in the show, we'll try to work him in and get that report on for you from Tradewinds Marina. Mark might be fishing. And who would blame him? He actually talked to us, I think, last week, right out there on the lake on the boat.
Cool.
So
there you go.
So anyway, we'll see if Mark calls back and is available later in the show, and we'll try to work him in. Great show planned for you today. Of course, one of the big exciting events in the area this week will be Nebraska's big rodeo happening in Burwell, Nebraska. And Jeremy, any time the rodeo happens in Burwell, it's always big, but this year maybe even just a little bit bigger.
That's what I've been saying. It's always a lot of fun, and I know a lot of people that try to get up there at least one evening. Of course, Friday and Saturday evening are usually the big ones, but they'll have performances each evening through this evening all the way through Saturday. So when you have some available time to pop up there to Burwell, definitely go and do so. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I know a lot of people in this area love going to Nebraska's big rodeo in Burwell, and as they celebrate their 100th year of having the rodeo, I can't help but think about some memories myself. I know growing up, there would be times we'd go out to the farm and help Grandpa and Grandma try to get all the chores done in time so that they and all of us could go to the rodeo. Mm-hmm. So I'm sure some of that will be going on this week so that you can take in the big festivities. So Dave and Shannon are headed to Burwell, and we'll be visiting with them later in the show. We'll have the 9 o'clock hour kind of dedicated to Nebraska's big rodeo in Burwell. And in the past, it just seems like every year they have a lot of great guests to talk to, people who are going to be involved in the rodeo. Mm-hmm. I think sometimes they talk to some Queen candidates, if I remember correctly. So should be a lot of fun, should be a good show ahead, and that'll be coming up in the 9 o'clock hour when we take you live to Burwell. Let's see. I guess we should talk a little bit of baseball. Last night, Broken Bow able to win again at the area tournament. Congratulations, guys! What a great run it's been. Broken Bow stays undefeated in the Class B Area 6 tournament. It started back on Friday, and now we have finally made it to the final two. Broken Bow will play McCook today for the area tournament championship. Broken Bow in a fabulous spot. They have not lost yet in the tournament. As many of you know, it's a double elimination tournament. So here is the scenario for today. Broken Bow will play McCook at 5 o'clock today. If Broken Bow were to win that game, that's it. They're tournament champs, and they would qualify for the state tournament, which begins this weekend, if you can believe that. In Crete, Nebraska is where it will be held. If McCook should win at 5 o'clock, then we just play more baseball. The two teams will take a break and then turn right back around and play each other again at 8 o'clock tonight in a winner-take-all championship game. So that's the scenario. Broken Bow has been able to play their way undefeated through the tournament. They're in the driver's seat, so it'll be fun to go back and watch them play today. Again, they'll play at 5 against McCook. And I hope I'm okay in saying this. I hope it's one game and it's over.
There you go. I'm sure that's how they'd like it too.
I'm sure. But it's been a great run, fellas. It's just a great season for not just Legion baseball, but the Spirit softball program had a good season. The young kid, getting the little kids, the young kids back out onto the field this year when the real young kids, I don't think, were able to participate last year because of the COVID situation. Just been a good year for the Diamond Youth Organization and for baseball and softball, not just in Broken Bow, but, I mean, this program goes clear across the area and certainly covers the county. So it's been a great season in our area for summer activities, softball and baseball. I think we had a story that on the Cosmos swim team, I think they had their final regular season meet over the weekend in Kearney. So it's just been a good summer, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has been. Yeah.
So there you go. We'll have baseball for you tonight. Broken Bow and McCook from the Legion Tournament. You'll be able to hear it live on KBBN 95.3 FM and also on the web at kbbn.com. Should be a good game. The two teams met just this past Monday, and Broken Bow won a good one, 4-1. So they'll meet again, and again we'll have it for you tonight on KBBN Radio.
Should be a lot of fun. I know a lot of people were listening. I checked some numbers last night, and all the way up to the very last out, you had a wide listening audience.
Good.
So should be fun again.
Good. Well, I've certainly enjoyed it. An announcer is just like a ball player. Some nights you just feel like it's not clicking. And last night, that was the night for me. I just didn't feel like it was clicking, but hopefully it was still okay to listen to, and you were able to tell what was going on, and hopefully we'll be on our game.
On your A game.
Tonight, yes. That's my hope anyway. So, join us for that tonight. Game time is set for 5 o'clock, and it will be in Minden, the site of the Class B Area 6 tournament. All right, let's see. You want to go on into the game?
Sure.
Here this morning? I don't know if I pulled the questions out for you. Maybe we don't want to go to the game yet because I don't even know where the questions are at.
I don't see them.
Okay.
So maybe
I
don't
got
that.
news for you, partner. I got home late last night. So
I got to wondering that when I heard the last out. I was like, okay, now Minden is so okay.
Oh, hey, you know what? The phone's ringing. I'm going to take a chance. I have a feeling this might be Mark.
Okay.
All right, let's just see what happens. Good morning. This is KCNI KBBN. This is Brent.
Hey, Brent, Mark with Tradewinds.
Mark, how are you? I had a feeling it was you. I just want you to know I just answered the phone live on the air. So we're live on the air right now. How's it going?
Oh, good. I must have had my ringer off. I just looked down and I seen a missed call, and I was like, what the?
Well, hey, glad that you were able to call us back. Let's talk a little bit about what's going on. I always like the question, and I've been a little bit surprised at the way you've answered it the last few weeks, the water level of the lake. Sometimes, I know way back when I was growing up around the area and we go out to Sherman, once you start getting close to August and stuff, sometimes that water level could really be going down. How's it looking as of today?
We could use the rain, but I mean it's holding its own. It's probably down, I don't know, 3 or 4 feet full.
Yeah, well that's good. One question that I had for you, Mark, and I don't know how well you'll be able to answer it, but I was just kind of curious. Have there been some projects recently, even in the last couple of years, that they've been doing at Sherman Reservoir, whether it be through the Game and Parks or whatever? Some projects or maybe some improvements in the last couple of years at Sherman that have just made the facility even more wonderful?
Well, I think a lot of the deal with the water level, they've been burying some of the canal and pipes, so that's been helping with us not lose so much water to evaporation and seepage. So that's the biggest thing that's helped out with the water levels. Game and Parks, they put in some new boat ramps last year, which, it's one of them deals. You can do something and half the people are going to like them, half the people aren't. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, it's always hard to please everybody sometimes.
Yeah, you know, some people do. Well, our other ones were like this, and we liked them. But yeah, well, they're gone now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then this year they put in a new fish cleaning station on the east side of the east boat ramp across from the marina. So that's a really nice fish cleaning station.
Well, good.
I don't know what they have slotted for projects for maybe this fall or in the future. It's been such a busy, crazy psycho year that we just haven't had time to actually set down with the Laura Rose is the new park superintendent, and I really haven't had time to sit down and talk to her about what they have planned.
Yeah.
So.
Well, if I remember right, was it last week we talked to you and you were actually out on the lake fishing? Was that last week?
That was last week.
Okay, well, I got to know, man, how did it go?
Not really well,
honestly.
You know, on Tuesday, me and my wife went out, and we did really well. Mm-hmm. And then took my father-in-law out on Wednesday, and yeah, I don't know, just didn't go well.
Yeah,
you know, we couldn't find them. I mean, I couldn't even find them to try and make them bite. So, but we didn't get to spend a whole lot of time out there either on Wednesday. So, but there is guys still doing real good on the white bass at night, and the catfish are going real good.
Oh, good. Mark, how are you looking for this weekend as far as availability for camper sites and cabins? How's that looking?
We have some RV sites that are still open. They can just give the marina a call. And I believe we have one or two cabins that may be open.
Okay.
But they can give us a call at 308-745-1187.
All right.
And whoever answers the phone, they'll be able to help you out and let you know what we have available, which sites are open.
Okay. Hey, Mark, a question for you. I mean, you look at the calendar. I know it's still a ways away yet, but sometimes the last real big weekend that people like to get out and camp as we start going into the fall and school gets started and everything is that Labor Day weekend. If people want to do that, do you encourage them to even call now and kind of see what's available?
Yep, absolutely. And a lot of times we're booked up, by February for all the major holidays. But you can give us a call. It seems like every year we have a cancellation or two, so we can put you down on our callback list. And if we get a cancellation, we'll give them a call back in order.
Good.
So.
All right. Well, how are things going right there at the marina? I'm sure that you've been cooking a lot of food this summer.
Yeah, actually, the marina's been going well. We've been seeing a lot of new faces this year. A lot of faces I haven't seen in the past, and so that's good. That's good. That means we're bringing in some new people to the area, and I'm working on some things for next year with the city, Luke City, and seeing if we can't coordinate a few events between the lake and the city and have some events at the same time.
Oh, that'd be great.
But we're working on that. It's it can be a slow process sometimes.
Yeah. I know that we've talked about fishing tournaments in the past. I can't remember. Do you still have one or two coming up yet?
Yeah. Actually, we have the Nebraska Walleye Association tournament is the weekend after Labor Day.
Okay.
That'd be the 11th and 12th of September. And then October 9th will be the last tournament of the year, and that's the Crappie Masters State Championship here at Sherman.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
All right. Mark, anything else that you wanted to add before we let you go here today?
No, it's going to be warm, so...
Oh, boy, is it ever.
And, get down and let's get get you out on the water doing some skiing or tubing or something. We got plenty of food and plenty of fuel. So,
before I let you go, do you know what is the water temperature right now? Do you know?
it's in the upper 70s, almost 80.
Oh boy,
Comfy.
Wow. I want to go water skiing right now.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, Mark, thanks for calling us back this morning. We appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your week, and we'll visit with you again next week.
All right. Have a good day.
Hey, thanks, Mark. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, there you go. Mark Kruger, our good friend there at Tradewinds Marina, Sherman Reservoir. Oh, man.
Feels like
Water temperature
Yeah.
in the 70s.
That'd be great.
Perfect.
you don't even mind wrecking on your skis. As long as you don't hurt yourself, you fall in the water and it feels good.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, not too bad. I found the trivia questions for the game.
You did. Well, boy, what great timing. Let's just transition right into that then.
Okay, we've got one last question for National Junk Food Day. Is that what you've been doing?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, I think this might be the one we answered yesterday and didn't get a correct answer. So
About soft drink?
that's correct. Yep.
Okay, so we're going to give it another try. If you know the answer to this question, 872-2801 is the number to call. So start dialing that in to get your opportunity. What soft drink has trademarked the slogan, "Obey Your Thirst"? Is it A&W Root Beer, Sprite, 7-Up, or Mountain Dew? What soft drink has the trademark "Obey Your Thirst"? A&W Root Beer, Sprite, 7-Up, or Mountain Dew? 872-2801.
All right, they're calling already. It's Big Pig Day. Chance to win a certificate to win a pig in a blanket that they serve at Runza on Wednesday.
Michael is high-fiving random strangers.
I got free Runza.
He downloaded the Runza mobile app and already earned rewards.
I never win anything. This is crazy.
Well, everyone wins with Runza rewards.
Oh, that's good. You should be like a spokesperson for Runza.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing here. Watch this. Download the Runza mobile app to order ahead, find a Runza, and yes, start getting rewards today.
Whoa.
Because Runza makes it all better.
Remember, today is Pigs in a Blanket Day.
All right, we have our caller on the line. Good morning. Who are we talking to?
Good morning. This is Paula.
Paula, how are you today?
Good. How about yourself?
Hey, we're doing good here. Here's Jeremy with your question. We'll see if we can make you a winner today.
Okay.
Okay, Paula, what soft drink has trademarked the slogan "Obey Your Thirst"? Is it A&W Root Beer, Sprite, 7-Up, or Mountain Dew?
It's Sprite.
That's right.
Yay! I don't know. Is the bell kind of getting off key, or is it just me?
I think it's user error.
I don't know what's going on. It's probably just me. It sounds so much better when Dave rings it. I
He's
don't
got
know what's
lots
going
of,
on, Paula.
He's been ringing that bell for a long time.
Okay. Bottom line is you're a winner, so congratulations. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you. Thank you, too. Appreciate it.
All right. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.
There you go. We got a winner on the game. You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Nice to have you along. 52 is the time. Brent and Jeremy with you in the studio this morning as Shannon and Dave are on the road again.
That they are.
Like a band of DJs, they go down the highway, ready to interview someone. And I'm going to stop there.
Those lyrics aren't quite as catchy.
No, it's not quite Willie Nelson, is it? Anyway, they are on the road again, and we'll be visiting with Dave and the folks at Burwell, Nebraska, as we talk Nebraska's big rodeo coming up later on in the show in the 9 o'clock hour. Boy, we look at our calendar here at the radio station and things that we're going to be involved in, and wow, we get going really strong with the Custer County Fair, Jeremy.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost fair time, and I know that you and Gavin and, well, the whole gang here has some exciting things planned again for our fair coverage in 2021.
Yep. All starts up on Friday. They've got the 4-H and FFA dog show. And last year was the first year that we did this. We video live streamed a portion of the dog show, and we're going to do that again. And from what I understand from talking to some folks involved with the dog show is that there are 3 different divisions or categories in the dog show, and they kind of do those evenly throughout the evening, and they start the dog show at 5:30. Now, last year, when we video live streamed and started at 6 p.m. and ended at 8 p.m., we didn't get to see any of the agility part of the competition. So what we did was we just pushed back our coverage to 6:30. We'll go from 6:30 to 8:30, and hopefully, well, I think obedience is one of them, agility is one, and there's a third one I can't think of the name of. But we're hoping to catch a little bit of all of those in that stream for 2 hours on Friday. We've got some great sponsors that are going to make that available. And then, of course, all throughout the weekend, entry days are going to be happening. All kinds of things happening at the fair with these kids bringing in their entries and their things they've worked hard on. And Dave and Emily are going to be down there this weekend gathering some interviews, which will play on KCNI radio and here on the Breakfast Show as well. We've got lots of great sponsors that are making those interviews available to you folks on the radio. And then starting on Monday and going through next Wednesday, Gavin and I are going to kind of tag team some live streaming coverage from the Farm Credit Services of America covered arena. So we'll start that early in the morning each day. And I think last year we went 8 hours straight of streaming all 3 days. So if it's happening in that covered arena, we'll have it on video live stream for you. And we heard some great things about that last year. Folks that said, well, it's not really COVID that's keeping me from being down there, but I just have to be at work and I can't always be down at the covered arena, but I want to see how my my friend is doing, or my son or daughter's friend in the arena. So they were able to tune in, and of course family members from a long ways away too.
Yeah, that's the one thing that I have noticed is even in sports coverage and other things that we do where we stream the signal, whether it be video or whether it just be audio over the internet, we just forget how many family members people have that, obviously don't live right here. And so the ability to tune into a game or to watch the fair, like you guys are going to present it, it's really neat for the people far away who can't be here to still listen or to watch and cheer on from a distance away someone in their family that they're really interested in. So that's pretty neat.
Speaking of audio and video, this Saturday is the Custer County Fair Parade. We're going to be doing that on the radio, on KCNI radio, as we have for years.
Long time.
A long time.
Ever since I first arrived here, and that would have been back in the early 90s.
We're going to do that on radio, and we're also going to video live stream that this year as well. We had a couple of questions from folks about whether we're going to do video, and a couple of years ago, I just clamped a phone to my Jeep and
remember that.
And drove through the parade, and we had some great response from that, and I just kind of did that last minute, and it was just the view from the front of my Jeep the whole parade. So we're going to have a camera on the side. I think Gavin's going to set it up over by Dave. He'll be at the square announcing as he has for a while. And we'll have that stream available for you to watch on all of our normal platforms. So tell your friends and family that are from the Broken Bow or Custer County area to tune into that and enjoy it.
All right. I'm going to have you dig through that list of live reads. I think that kind of toward the bottom of the pile there's some information about the Tumbleweed Cafe, because Tumbleweed Cafe is serving once again this year as our sponsor for the parade coverage that we'll bring to you not just on radio, but as Jeremy said, on a video stream as well. And they have a special fundraising event that they're going to host coming up. I think it's on August the 3rd, if I remember correctly, for the Broken Bow football team.
Yep, next Tuesday. Next Tuesday is August already.
Oh, boy.
So, here comes fall.
Yeah.
They want to see you this upcoming Tuesday, August 3rd. They're having a drive-through burger bash. You can get $5. You give $5 and get a burger and fries to support the Broken Bow Indian football team. The boys will be there helping out as well, so swing by Tuesday, August 3rd from 11 to 1:30 at the Tumbleweed Cafe. And if you know Carmen and the crew at Tumbleweed, they're going to have all kinds of burgers and fries cooked up. You'll be able to swing through and just get exactly what you want for lunch. And, hey, nothing better than a Tumbleweed burger for lunch. Sounds delicious. A drive-through burger bash in support of the Indian football team this upcoming Tuesday. $5 for a burger and fries to help out the Indian football team at the Tumbleweed Cafe, East Highway 2.
There you go. Go Bow.
There you go.
All right, take advantage of that. Let's see here. We got just a few seconds before we hit the news at the top of the hour. You know what? Since we're talking about the fair, we talked baseball a little bit earlier. And while we're going to Burwell this morning, again, folks, the reason we can do all of these things is because of the great business support that we get. And it just, I think, amazes everybody here the way our wonderful area businesses get behind us and help support projects that we work on in an effort to promote, whether it be the youth of our area, whether it be an organization in our area. We just get great support when we do things like this. And I just don't think we can thank our businesses enough, because, you know, when you're a business in this area, you're being approached by a whole lot of people to support them as well. And so we really thank you for supporting us.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes you might think, well, you know, the game's happening. They'll get it done. And you know what? We honestly could not get it done without community support. We love doing this, and as much as we'd love to do it for free, sometimes it just doesn't work that way, because we do it for our families as well, and we appreciate you folks helping us get these kids on the air.
Yeah.
And especially all of that sort of thing comes into the spotlight during all of these sports seasons, but it just really comes full on into the spotlight around Custer County Fair time. Just a different angle than sports, which we're familiar with throughout the whole rest of the year. But these agriculture side of things too, lots of businesses support us during the fair too, to bring all this coverage to you. Thank you.
All right, well said. And that takes us to the top of the hour.
All right.
You're listening to KCNI KBBN.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. The CDC is bringing back indoor mask recommendations, even for people who've been fully vaccinated. Director Dr. Rochelle Walensky tells CBS this morning.
If you are vaccinated and you are one of those rare breakthrough infections, you actually have the capacity to pass it to somebody else.
A top American gymnast withdrawn from a second competition at the Summer Olympics. CBS's Laura Podesta.
Simone Biles has withdrawn from Thursday's individual all-around finals to focus on her mental health. USA Gymnastics says the 24-year-old has not made a decision if she'll compete in other events she qualified for next week.
Firefighters battling Northern California's massive Dixie Fire are getting some relief from cooler, wetter weather. CAL FIRE spokesman Kevin Colburn.
Starting to gain containment. It's creeping up slowly. We haven't had as much growth as there had been in prior days, but all it takes is a weather change.
Higher heat and stronger winds are both in the forecast. CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Here is a look at state news. I'm Gavin Higgins. Authorities in central Nebraska are continuing to investigate after a shooting in Hastings left a 28-year-old man dead late Friday night. Just before 10 p.m., officers were called for a man with a gunshot wound. The victim had died by the time officers arrived on the scene on South Pine Avenue. As of Monday evening, there had been no arrests, but Captain Mike Dormus said there is no current threat to the public.
Everything has been secured. Everybody involved has been spoken to. And at this point, we just need to continue to give us the opportunity to make sure that we do a decent job and find out exactly what happened.
Dormus said all witnesses and people involved stayed at the location and cooperated with police, but they are still working to decipher the full situation. An event hosted by Out Nebraska at the Lincoln Children's Museum has been canceled after organizers cited safety concerns. In a Facebook post shared by the museum on Monday, event organizers announced that Drag Queen Story Hour, which had been booked as a private event hosted by Out Nebraska, had been canceled after both the museum and Out Nebraska had received threats of violence in the past week. Backlash to the event had increased in recent days after a social media post shared by former U.S. Senate candidate Matt Ennis went viral. Ennis, who lost the 2020 Senate primary to incumbent Ben Sasse, has led the charge against the Nebraska Department of Education's proposed health education standards. An Omaha man has been sentenced to a year of probation in order to pay a $200 fine for posting neo-Nazi recruitment stickers on poles outside a synagogue. Jonathan Ziegler, 31 years old, pled guilty Monday to property damage and hate intimidation. In exchange, prosecutors dropped 2 other identical charges. Police said surveillance video showed Ziegler on April 9th walking his dog as he posted the recruitment stickers around the Temple Israel, which is part of the Tri-Faith Initiative campus at 132nd and Pacific Streets. The stickers promoted a neo-Nazi group that bore the message "End Debt Slavery" and a picture of a man breaking chains in the form of the Star of David.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
At the Olympics in Tokyo, fallout continues after American star gymnast Simone Biles withdrew from the team competition for stress-related reasons. The U.S. went on to take silver, finishing second to Russia in the competition. Biles has now announced she will not compete in the individual all-around final, which starts on Thursday, in which Biles was the defending Olympic champ. American star swimmer Katie Ledecky took gold in the 1,500-meter freestyle. It's her 6th career Olympic gold medal. In men's basketball, the U.S. dominates Iran, winning 120-66. Damian Lillard led the U.S. with 21 points. In baseball games of note, it was the Giants beating the Dodgers 2-1. San Francisco gets the game-winning run on a Cody Bellinger throwing error in the 8th inning. San Francisco now has a 3-game lead on L.A. atop the NL West standings. Yankees beat the Rays 4-3, while the Red Sox and Blue Jays were rained out in Boston. Boston still with a 2-game lead on Tampa Bay in the AL East. The Braves clobber the Mets 12-5. The Nationals beat the Phillies 6-4.
Here's your weatherology forecast. For today, a heat advisory continuing. We'll have mostly sunny skies, hot conditions with highs into the upper 90s. Then for tonight, mostly clear, dropping back to a low of 73. For the day on Thursday, a slight chance for an afternoon storm developing, working up to a high of 91. And a chance for some showers and storms on your Friday, not quite as hot, back in the mid-80s. For the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Carroll.
We're back. I'm sorry. It was a late night. I almost fell asleep. I'm back with you now.
Jeez.
No, I'm just kidding. Currently at our studios, 75. Sun out. Looks like it's out.
Yeah.
Is it going to be hot again today?
I believe
is.
that's what they're saying. Yeah. Heat advisory, in fact. So
all right,
be safe out there.
There you go. Be careful out there. Hey, Jeremy.
Uh-huh.
It's National Hamburger Day.
Oh, okay. I can get behind that.
Now, I'm old enough, and I think even you are too, the way the hamburger has developed over the years. I mean, when I was just a kid, which was quite a while ago now, you'd go, you'd order a hamburger, and it was, ketchup, mustard, pickle, sometimes a tomato, deal of lettuce. Now, the way you can get a burger fixed, or the way they create burgers now, it's amazing. Just crazy.
Yeah. I like onion strings on a burger, or nothing like an egg on a burger.
Now,
Messy,
see, that
but
is
it's very good.
That is something I have never tried yet.
Oh, it's good.
I've never had an egg on a burger, but those now are becoming popular.
Yeah, give it a try.
Now,
peanut butter, that's a thing.
Now, that's what I was going to go to, because we were kind of at a burger place a few days ago, my wife and I having lunch, and they had all these specialty burgers. It was just crazy. But they had one, and I forget what the name of it was. But anyway, it was a hamburger. It wasn't on a bun. It was on, what do you call them? Uncrustables or whatever. They're grape,
like the
grape
peanut
jelly.
butter and jelly sandwiches. It was on that as the.
It was in between. It was served in between one of the. That was your bun.
That sounds
was
messy.
Like grape jelly, peanut butter.
Is that what you got?
Uncrustables. No, I didn't try
Did
it.
you get a standard cheeseburger?
Kinda.
You're no fun.
I did.
You're a blast at parties, aren't you?
That's kind of what my wife. That's kind of what my wife was saying. You know, she tried like it was called the Rancher Burger or something, bacon and kind of roast beef and just a real neat combination on it. Brent's Burger had ketchup, mustard, pickle, and onion. I think.
Oh boy.
So
wow.
I don't. Yeah, that was pretty weak of me.
The edginess of it was that they put the ingredients on the burger in a non-normal order. That's how adventurous
well,
you were.
I really went crazy because the bun was actually a seeded bun.
Oh my!
With,
wow.
So
it wasn't even a pretzel bun or anything like that.
No, it wasn't a regular bun. So that's kind of how I went crazy. So. But
you'd go on a vacation to Maine and order a burger when there's tons of lobster and shrimp fresh caught available to you.
Yeah, probably. I'll just all this. I probably would be one of those guys. I don't know. But you know what? Looking back now I want to go back and try something a little bit more adventurous.
There you go.
So anyway, it is National Hamburger Day. So enjoy a hamburger today. It's also National Milk Chocolate Day.
That's a weird way to put it.
Yeah.
Milk Chocolate Day, not Chocolate Milk Day?
Well, yeah, you would think it would be the other way around.
Where do these things come from?
That's what it says right there. It says National Milk Chocolate Day.
Sounds like, I don't know. Is that what these things come from, Britain or something? Is that how they say it over there?
It says it's America's favorite, and then in quotation marks, mood enhancer since 1875.
Okay.
Did you know, it says, Hershey's developed the process for making milk chocolate. It's still a closely guarded company secret.
Really? I feel like we're on the brink of figuring that out.
Yeah. But there's word it involves adding milk to chocolate.
Oh, yeah, the milk to the chocolate rather than the chocolate to the milk. This is the same thing as your burger.
Oh, okay. Well, now, wait a minute. Okay. We're thinking milk chocolate. It's National Milk Chocolate Day. So like the milk chocolate bar.
Oh.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Okay.
I was with you. I thought that...
milk chocolate in the bar form.
Yes.
Oh, my gosh. This is another one of those situations where people are driving in their cars screaming at their radio at Brent and Jeremy. It's milk chocolate as opposed to dark chocolate. Not...
Yes.
Oh, that's weird. Why don't they call it chocolate milk?
I don't get that.
Milk
Why isn't
chocolate.
it chocolate milk?
Oh, my God.
Why isn't it chocolate milk day?
Well,
because it's milk chocolate day, you dummies.
You had a late night. You have an excuse. I've got not an excuse in the book.
Man. Once I started reading about Hershey's and everything, it finally dawned on me.
This is live radio. No
milk chocolate day,
no
of course.
pre-reading here.
No. Back in the days of when they used to call it rip and read. Yep. Oh, boy, could you get in trouble with that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, some of my early days in radio, I don't even want to remember. You would, way back in the day, and if Dave's listening, I know he definitely remembers this, you would have radio stations would have the Associated Press newswire running, and it just, I mean, anytime something happened, it just printed it out, and it just kept rolling and rolling. I have no idea how much paper was used back in the day to just let Associated Press print and type everything. But about every hour, I know when I worked here and we had it, you were at least once an hour, probably more like twice an hour, you would go in and check the news wire, and then you just rip it off, and then you would scroll through it, see what you needed, what you didn't need, throw away or keep, and all of that. And sometimes you'd get to doing other things and you just forget about it. So you'd go in, and there's just this huge pile of paper, and you're like, oh no. So you have to rip it off, and then you have to sort through everything. But sometimes you would just see, oh, hey, there's a story, I want to read this. So you would just rip it off, and you'd go to the microphone, and lots of times, at least with me, I didn't necessarily pre-read it.
You just figure it out on the way.
So there you go. It's rip and read. Well, back in those days, let's just say it was obvious that sometimes the Associated Press didn't take a real lengthy time to proofread what they sent out.
Mm-hmm.
And so you would be reading along with a story, and then all of a sudden you're reading along and you're just like, oh my goodness, it's like it just went to another story. What in the world is going on?
Makes no sense.
Yeah. But you're live on the air and you're toast.
Yeah.
Hung
out to dry.
Pretty much. Kind of like you and I were with trying to figure out if it was Milk Chocolate Day or Chocolate Milk Day.
Oh, my.
But it's Milk Chocolate Day. There is a difference between milk chocolate and chocolate milk.
Big difference.
Well, let's see. How about we take a little music break?
Okay.
All right. Let's regroup and regather. You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
You don't know how you met me, you don't know why you can't turn around.
Good. People often get their first impression of you or your business online. Negative comments on the internet can impact your life and your livelihood. Take control of your online reputation. Get your free reputation report card at reputationdefender.com. It may reveal negative posts from an ex-employee, upset patient or client, news article, legal issue, or even exposed personal information right there in your Google search results. Uncover what's lurking on the internet about you with reputationdefender.com's patented scan and get your free reputation report card. Or for immediate assistance with your reputation, call 800-401-6681. Our cutting-edge technology helps make your Google search results look their best. Call 800-401-6681. That's 800-401-6681. 800-401-6681. Or take the free scan at reputationdefender.com.
If you've been injured or recovering from surgery, your first priority is to treat your problem. At Team Physical Therapy, we will evaluate, treat, and educate you about your specific roadblocks. We offer many therapists to help. Stop by one of our locations in Broken Bow, Burwell, Callaway, Gothenburg, and Kearney or call 872-5111. We have great resources online at myteampt.com or call 872-5111 Team Physical Therapy, together empowering able movement.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Ask Universal Insurance in Broken Bow if Auto Owners makes sense for you.
8:20 is the time. Brent and Jeremy in the studio here with you this morning. Again, coming up in the 9 o'clock hour, we're going to go live to Burwell. Can't wait. Nebraska's big rodeo. It's this week, folks. 100th edition. And so you know that the color and pageantry of the rodeo will probably be bigger than ever as they celebrate 100 years. And Dave and Shannon are on their way to Burwell, getting set up now, and we'll be visiting with them and many people associated with Nebraska's big rodeo this week, so stay tuned for that. That'll be coming up next hour. In the meantime, some information to pass along to you here. We love talking about Brubaker's Coffee House and Gifts. You'll find them in Arnold, Nebraska. They've got a lot of great things for you to enjoy, delicious drinks and treats, and they have a real unique gift section as well, where they have a lot of different items for you to look at and choose from. So check it out there in Arnold, Nebraska.
Yeah, and that's if there's a big holiday or event coming up that a lot of people celebrate, they kind of switch up what they've got available to you. But any gift-giving event, if you go in there and take a look around, you're sure to find something. They've got some unique gifts that you're not going to find anywhere else. Gifts that are personalized to the area. Lots of things that say Arnold on them. They've got some cool pillows in there. The last time I was in there, they're like throw pillows that you put on a couch that have road map of Custer County on the front of them. Just all kinds of cool stuff, including wall decor. They have inspiring messages. Others are playful and fun. There are even wall-hanging throw pillows and more with traveling and exploration type themes. Eye-catching jewelry also available, earrings, necklaces, and bracelets sure to bring out your style. And they have unique purses and bags too, as well as unique area rugs that are a must-see. They have Dark Canyon coffee and Piper Leaf teas available, and you can grab some to take home with you to keep the flavor going at home or work. And don't forget about their baked treats. They've always got them out there right in front so you can see them, and it's pretty difficult to not be enticed by them when you're there purchasing your coffee or drink too. Right there in Arnold, in a historic building, Brubaker's Coffee House and Gifts. They are open Tuesday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday, 9 to 3. Go and see them.
Make sure you check out their gift department. I actually got a gift for Christmas that came from Brubaker's.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, it was a pair of, I guess you would say, boxer shorts.
Oh.
But when I got it, I kid you not, it fits right in the palm of your hand.
One of the ones you add water to.
Yes.
Those are cool.
It is. They are cool. And so the grandkids and I had a lot of fun throwing those in a bowl of water and watching them expand and grow. And they were blue with sheep on them.
Interesting.
I believe. Yes.
Kind of an interesting concept when you think about it. what did the meeting go like where they invented?
That's a great idea.
Hey guys,
I don't know.
You know, just giving boxer shorts for a gift isn't fun anymore. What should we do? Well, let's dehydrate them, put them in a press and shrink them down really small and make people put them in water to be able to wear them.
Yeah.
It's worked. You see them a lot of places.
And I do want to say right now, I just want you to know, I don't have them on now. I'm not wearing them today.
Oh, you're not wearing it?
No,
the
wearing
sheep
them
boxers.
today. No,
okay.
I'm not. All right. I think they have socks, too.
Oh, that would work.
Yeah, that you can do
they
that
do
with.
full T-shirts with that as well.
Do they? I don't think I've seen one of those.
I'd be impressed to see, like, blue jeans.
Oh, yeah, that would be interesting.
Squish those down.
Yeah. So anyway, you can find all that stuff at Brubaker's Coffee House and Gifts in Arnold, Nebraska.
Great.
Tomorrow, of course, downtown Broken Bow is going to be lit up because it'll be Market on the Square. Just love driving around downtown Broken Bow, especially on Thursday when you have the square hopping and the vendors come in and set up around the square. It's just fun. It's just a great way to enjoy the small hometown atmosphere. And tomorrow is the day for Market on the Square.
It's going to be a big day, too. Here's a list of who's going to be in the square in Broken Bow for you to go and enjoy and check out. Old-fashioned kettle corn there. Julie's Handmade Cards and Crafts with farm fresh eggs. Scentsy, Morning Lark with crocheted items. Mickey's Greenhouse, The Cookie Farm, Dot Dot Smile Children's Clothes, Sandy's Take and Bake, Tacos El Gordo, Broken Bow Floral with Blue Hen Fields with fresh flowers, 4W Accessories, Vang's Village Tropical Snow, Solderholm Farms Produce, U.S. Cellular, Ruby Ribbon Undergarments, EK Farm Goods with Produce, Tastefully Simple, Wagon Wheel Farms, CC Creations with Home Decor Signs, and new Barnyard Fun with Barnwood products. And Setting D Ranch will not be there this week, but if you need some meat from them, contact them via Facebook. And The Secret Garden will not be there with their delicious treats either. Make sure you mark your calendar for August 5th. Miriam Jones Bradley of Hendersonville, North Carolina will be here. She's the author of a series of children's books. And then August 12th, mark your calendar for that. That will be the final summer celebration in the square with the South Loop Sunrise Singers performing in the square. So, I mean, just glancing at this list, there's probably more than 20 businesses and organizations that will have everything from crocheted items to fresh produce and flowers and food, all going on tomorrow in the square. Broken
All right,
Bow.
check it out. Downtown Broken Bow, Market on the Square tomorrow.
Come and enjoy the Custer County Fair Parade this Saturday, July 31st at 7 p.m. in Broken Bow. The theme for this year's parade is Celebrate. The KCNI KBBN staff will be announcing the parade in front of the Custer County Chief and at the City Park near the bandstand. So pick your spot, grab your chairs and umbrellas, and come and enjoy the parade. If you're unable to attend the parade, you can hear it live on KCNI 1280 AM, 96.3 FM, or online at kcni1280.com. And you can also watch the parade this year with our video live stream provided to you by the Tumbleweed Cafe in Broken Bow. Watch it on YouTube, Twitter, or Facebook Live. The trailers for the announcers' booths are provided this year by Myers Construction in Broken Bow. Come and enjoy the parade on Saturday at 7 p.m. in Broken Bow. And if you can't make it, hear it or watch it on KCNI or online at YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook.
Hi, this is Steph at Off-Broadway Assisted and Independent Living in Broken Bow. We have many beautiful and spacious apartments available now and would love to visit with you. If you are thinking it's time for a more secure and safe environment for yourself or a loved one, we also have a wonderful dining room with a great kitchen staff and many activities available for our community members. Also, just unveiled is our new virtual tour at offbroadwayapartments.com. We have pictures available on Facebook as well. For more information, call 308-872-2522.
Keep the clutter away by switching from paper statements to e-statements. Bruning Bank wants to help you reduce unnecessary waste and earn $15 when you switch your account to e-statements. Our user-friendly website offers a safe and secure way to view your statement anytime, anywhere, and even faster than ever. Earn cash with a simple switch. This promotion is open to current and new Bruning Bank customers. Learn more at bruningbank.com or visit your nearest Bruning Bank location. Bruning Bank, member FDIC.
Varney Health Mart is proud to be your locally owned Health Mart pharmacy. Save during their July sale. Health Mart aspirin 36 counts are $1.99. Magnesium citrate, saline, laxative oral solutions also $1.99. Health Mart anti-diarrheal 12-count caplets are $4.99. An electrolyte solution for replacing electrolytes, fluid and zinc are $3.79. Varney Health Mart, downtown Broken Bow. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Whether you're seeking curb appeal for your home or you want to do a remodel or new construction, Ansley Lumber and Supply in downtown Ansley has the materials that you'll need, from premium lumber to metal for buildings, plus GAF shingles for the roof and quality Benjamin Moore paint available in over 3,500 colors. Ask them about consultations with their pros and delivery. 935-1815. Or see them on Main Street in Ansley at Ansley Lumber and Supply. Back on the Breakfast Show, 8:32 is the time. Again, once we get to 9 o'clock, we'll check out news and weather, and then in the 9 o'clock hour, we'll be taking you live to Burwell, visiting with Dave and Shannon and our friends in the Burwell area as they talk about Nebraska's big rodeo, which gets started this week. So stay tuned for that. Something Dave likes to do on the show is go through birthdays. He prints out birthdays that I think show up on his Facebook page of area folks. And so we're going to start with those. Now, this one here just jumped out at me right away.
Okay.
Brad Miller. Many of us know Brad. Wonderful guy, good friend of KCNI, KBBN. Says here he's celebrating his birthday.
Okay.
All right. Now, on the sheet that is in front of me, it lists Brad's age. Okay. I'm just reading what's on the sheet.
What Facebook gave you?
Yes, this is from Facebook.
Okay.
Brad Miller, 104 years old today.
Wow. He looks great.
He does. You look great, Brad. You do. You look wonderful for 104. See, right there. That's what it says right there on Facebook.
104.
It says Brad Miller, 104 today.
Picture of him up on his horse.
Oh, Brad, happy birthday. Hope you have a good one, partner. Let's see. Others that are on Dave's list here today, Vera Christensen, celebrating a birthday today. Elizabeth Lashley, celebrating a birthday. Also, Corey Holloway, Erica Varner, and Brent Clark listed on our area list today. And I'm sure there's many others out there celebrating a birthday within our listening area. So if you're doing that, have a happy day. And here's who you're celebrating with.
Okay. Let's hear it.
All right.
The inventor of milk chocolate.
Yeah. It's Milk Chocolate Day, by the way. And not Chocolate Milk Day, as Jeremy and I were speaking about earlier. Anyway, here's your celebrity birthdays. Now, here's another one that I'm just going to read off the sheet.
Okay.
All right. This is prep material that is sent to us by our news network. And they always list celebrity birthdays.
Okay.
And again, I'm just reading this right as they have written it.
Okay.
Okay. Lori Loughlin.
Okay.
Celebrating a birthday today. It says actress / felon. She went from Aunt Becky on Full House to felon headed to the big house. That's just what it says. All right. She's 57 today. Now, this TV show was before your time, but one of the classic television shows of all time. The TV show All in the Family. Sally Struthers, who starred on the show, is 74 today. Before playing Babette on Gilmore Girls, she was Gloria on CBS's All in the Family. She's 74 today. Scott Pelley, if you watch CBS News, he anchored the news, I think, for a while in the evening and has been a long-time 60 Minutes correspondent. And, here you go. He also served as the anchor of the CBS Evening News for almost 6 years. He is 64 today.
Every time I hear 60 Minutes, you just hear that tick, 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 tick.
Oh, yeah.
From those commercials. Clock is ticking. 60 Minutes.
I'll have to Google, man, how long has 60 Minutes been on television?
Probably 600 years.
Oh, man.
It's been around.
It is a staple. I always... that was just a staple because CBS, there was a time they didn't have NFL football. Now they do again, but that was always a staple. It's like when I was growing up, Pat Summerall and John Madden calling the late game on CBS, and then the minute the game was over, tick, 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 tick.
There's 60 minutes.
Yes, it's
and they
60 minutes.
They still do their promotion of their upcoming program. They've got the whole screen.
Yes.
The whole screen is available to use, and they put that little graphic in the middle with the clock on it, and they put the video inside of that to promote what's coming up on the show.
Mm-hmm.
That always blew my mind. A tiny little thing.
So, yeah, a staple of television. 60 Minutes. Boy,
I should look up how long that's been around.
The interviews and some of the stories that they have done on that show really have been amazing through the years. So there you go. Let's see some more things that we want to share with you as far as promoting some of our great area businesses. Circle V Stitch and Post. Our good friend Velma, ready to go to work for you. She's done some work for us, has put our logo on some hats and T-shirts and polo shirts that we like to wear when we go out and about, and she can do the same thing for you and your business as well.
Yeah, basically, if you want to personalize something, the first thing to do is grab it out of your closet or your drawer and take it to Velma, and she'll let you know if she can personalize it. If she can't, she's got a great selection of catalogs to find the perfect apparel or item that you would like to personalize. Remember that she has in-stock items, too, that she can personalize. One great item that she carries are personalized towels. She has on hand some colorful towels, perfect for graduation or wedding gifts. They have their, you can have your names or initials embroidered on them, or even the graduating year or wedding date. There are a lot of different options. Personalized gifts are really the in thing right now. It shows that you put a lot of thought into your gift that you're giving, and Velma would love to help you out with that. If you need some shirts or hats for a town festival this year, another thing people are going to start doing again is family vacations. Family vacation T-shirts are a thing. You can ask Velma about how she can help with that. The lists of ideas are endless. Call Velma and get your creation started today, 872-6173, or go and visit her north of Broken Bow on Paulson Road. Just look for the Circle V Stitching Post sign. They have quality custom embroidery at Circle V Stitching Post. And by the way, Brent, first episode of 60 Minutes was September 24th, 1968.
Wow, really? It went back to the 60s.
Yep, the 60s. They have done 50 seasons.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah. A staple of American television right there, 60 Minutes. Hey, if you go to sandhillsexpress.com right now and go to the employment page, you'll still see a lot of job opportunities being posted for you. And we have one that we want to tell you about right now, which is through Central Nebraska Community Action Partnership.
They're looking for an infant toddler temporary cook to work 40 hours per week in Broken Bow. Starting pay is $11.36 per hour. You need to have a high school diploma or equivalent, a valid Nebraska driver's license, and a working phone. They prefer prior experience working with food, cleaning, and infants and toddlers. You will purchase food and prepare meals and be responsible for cleaning classrooms, dishes, laundry, etc. And you will work a minimal amount of time in the classroom with children ages 6 weeks to 3 years old. For an application, contact the CNCAP Human Resource Department at 745-0780 extension 0, or you can go to centralnebraskacap.com. And, of course, all of this information is available to you on sandhillsexpress.com. Just click the employment page.
All right, 8:40 is the time. You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency is excited to have Tim with Troxel Insurance join our team. Hi, this is Liana, and I'm looking forward to working with new and current clients at our Broken Bow location on any life and health insurance needs, including all things Medicare related. Medicare open enrollment begins October 15th, but it's not too early to call with questions or start setting up appointments. Call the Broken Bow office to set an appointment at 308-872-6996 or stop in at 914 South D Street and see what Tim and the Nebraska Owners Insurance team can do for you.
Whether you're training for a marathon or spending all day on your feet, foot pain and poor gait mechanics can really drag you down. Pearson Physical Therapy is offering free stride and foot pain assessments the week of August 16th through the 20th. See our full range of custom foot orthotics casted right here in our clinic and see how proper gait mechanics can help reduce your pain, improve your movement, and so much more. That's the Pearson Physical Therapy Foot Pain and Stride Clinic the week of August 16th through the 20th. Call 308-872-5800 to reserve your free 30-minute assessment.
It's an exciting time of summer. County fairs, fun activities with friends and family. Come see us at Bo Bootery because right now 4-H and FFA exhibitors receive $15 off of children's boots and $25 off adult boot sizes that are in stock. Good luck at the fair, kids. Plus, summer shoes are now marked at 40% off. Whoa! Come visit Bo Bootery and save on summer shoes, sandals, and flip-flops at 40% off. East side of the square in Broken Bow.
Imagine this. You go to your mailbox only to find a check for big bucks. You're thinking, hey, this could be my lucky day. Well, if you get a check in the mail that you weren't expecting, it's probably not your lucky day. In fact, you're probably about to be the next victim of a scam. Did you know that scammers may not initially ask you for money, but instead they give you money? Asking you to deposit funds into your account is the first step of many financial scams. At Nebraska State Bank, we're here to help and protect when someone is trying to make you their next scam victim. Nebraska State Bank, member FDIC.
As Dave is headed to Burwell, I'm guessing maybe already there, starting to get set up and get ready to go with our special remote broadcast that will highlight Nebraska's Big Rodeo. We'll be in Burwell coming up in the 9 o'clock hour for that, so stay tuned. In the meantime, Jeremy Shipe, take us to the movies.
Okay, going on right now through the 29th. What even is the date today? I don't even know what the date is.
Don't
today.
ask me.
Today's the 28th, so these will go through Thursday. I will give you this schedule going on through Thursday, and then we'll talk about the movies that start up on Friday. Snake Eyes going on in the theater right now, rated PG-13.
Yo, Joe.
I don't get the reference.
What? Oh, you don't know about the Snake Eyes character. This
No.
is okay. This takes Brent back to when he was growing up.
Generational gap here.
They had a cartoon called G.I. Joe.
Okay.
But it wasn't one character. It was a group of elite.
Was G.I. Jane in there?
No.
Oh.
No, it was a group of elite people that would go out and fight against the evil group that was led by Cobra. It was a cartoon.
Gotcha.
And one of the characters on the show was Snake Eyes.
Was he a good guy or a bad guy?
Good guy.
Oh, good.
Oh, he was one of my favorites actually.
Oh, really? Okay.
He
Does this movie have anything to do with that?
Yeah.
Oh, it does. Okay.
Yes, it does. Yes, Snake Eyes is the character.
So he got his own movie finally
from the cartoon G.I. Joe.
Okay.
And they actually did a couple of G.I. Joe movies that I think were pretty popular. I've seen them both anyway. The second one featured Bruce Willis and The Rock.
Oh, wow. I mean, how can you go wrong there?
And this one is, I guess they're calling it an origins story. And it's
okay.
about the character Snake Eyes.
All right.
And anyway, whenever the group would get together to go out and fight Cobra, they would always go, "Yo, Joe."
Interesting.
All right, go ahead.
All right, so there's your fill-in on Snake Eyes.
Yeah.
Space Jam 2 going to have its last day this Thursday, so if you've been meaning to go and see that sequel to the classic original Space Jam, go and check that out. And Black Widow, also in the theaters. Last day is this Thursday, and you just saw that, right?
I did, yeah. I got back from the ball game on Monday. I'm one of those Marvel movie guys. I like the Marvel movies. So, yeah, I went and saw Black Widow. It was good.
Okay. And the $1 summer movie series continues today at 2 o'clock, the classic Goosebumps.
I think I've seen that.
The original. Sponsored weekly by Adams Lane and Cattle. Now we go to the movies that will start up this Friday. Snake Eyes is still going to be there. And then we've got the PG-13 rated Jungle Cruise is going to be starting on Friday. And the rated R flick Stillwater also coming to the theaters at the Fox Theater in Broken Bow. So go and check that out. Of course, what is it? WatchTheFox.com.
Yep.
Is the web address if you want to keep up to date with the movies they have coming in and maybe what's around the corner. They keep that website nice and up to date with their hours and everything you need to know. So go and check it out and go to the movies soon.
All right. Did you say Stillwater?
Stillwater.
I think that's the one with Matt Damon.
Okay.
I think I read something. They showed it at the Cannes Film Festival, and I swear I read where when it was over, it got a standing ovation.
Wow.
They're like saying this is one of Matt Damon's best performances of all time.
And that's saying something to get a standing ovation at a film festival where there are pretty harsh critics around. So that's cool.
Yeah. So there you go. Those are the movies that'll be showing and are showing at the Fox Theater in Broken Bow. Like Jeremy said, go to watchthefox.com and you'll be able to find all of the details on showtimes and everything. All right, a couple of more things that we want to inform you about. Of course, something that has, started a few years ago and has just taken off around our area and across the state of Nebraska, the Junk Jaunt.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll be coming up soon, but right now it's all about deciding whether you want to be a part of Junk Jaunt. And if you do, it's always beneficial if you can get your name and address of where your sale's going to be in their big shopping guide.
Mm-hmm.
And now is the time to do that.
Yep, the shopper guide. If you're having a sale, you could chance it and hope that people show up at your sale when they're just out shopping and driving up and down the road. But if you really want to get your sale out there and draw people your direction, you want to get your sale included in the shopper guide. And trust me, you don't have to have all of your ducks in a row and all of your items priced and know what you're going to have on your sale. Just get your address in there, maybe pop a couple of items that you want to sell into your ad, and you'll get some more people headed your direction for Junk Jaunt. You need to have those in the mail and postmarked by August 1st, so we're getting close, or get them to the Junk Jaunt office in Ord by August 4th. So even if you miss that postmark date of August 1st, you can make a jaunt early over to Ord to their offices to get that to them. Late registrations will be accepted, but will not be printed in the Junk Jaunt Shopper Guide, which is the ultimate goal, of course. Vendor registrations can be printed from junkjaunt.com. So if you get a late registration in, it's still going to go to the website, but won't go in that hard copy book that gets sold all over the area. So get those registrations in. Again, they need to be postmarked by August 1st or at the Junk Jaunt office in Ord by August 4th. It's about that time.
Yes, it is. One more business we want to spotlight here on The Breakfast Show today. That's our good friend Roxanne with Nebraska Land Hearing Center. And I think that we have kind of a new deal that she's been working on that we're going to announce here this morning.
Yeah, called Beat the Heat. She's got some special pricing going on through the end of August. Get a free hearing evaluation, free extended warranties on new hearing aids. You'll never buy batteries again on new rechargeable hearing aids, and you get extended discounts for both hearing summer special as well as buying local. You don't need to travel to Lincoln or Omaha or even Denver. She sells top technology available in the world right here in Broken Bow. Receive good local service with free follow-up care and office visits. Roxanne provides state-of-the-art tech, which includes rechargeable hearing aids, no batteries to worry about replacing. Call 384-3852 to make an appointment with Nebraska Land Hearing Center in the Broken Bow Chamber Building, 4 doors down from Bow Bootery, right there on the east side of the square in Broken Bow. Just look for the business name on the glass window in front.
All right, sounds good. About 5 minutes away from the top of the hour, so we're going to play some music to get us to 9, and then we'll have a little news break like we always do at the top of the hour. And then in the 9 o'clock hour, we'll be taking you live to Burwell to talk about Nebraska's big rodeo. So keep it right here.
KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. The CDC is now recommending everyone who lives in COVID hotspots wear masks again indoors, whether they're vaccinated or not. Celeste Reese-Willis is a physician in Birmingham, Alabama.
The move comes after her stunning withdrawal from the team gymnastics final yesterday.
And that is not Dr. Willis. She says she's in favor. American gymnast Simone Biles has bowed out of a second competition at the Summer Olympics. Now to Jamie Yukas in Tokyo.
Last year, when they started the move comes after her stunning withdrawal from the team gymnastics final yesterday, which had everyone wondering if no crowds, no family support, and the cloud of COVID proved to be too much for one of the sport's biggest heroes.
Social media move to protect kids. Vicki Barker.
Facebook has just announced that advertisers will no longer be able to market to under 18s based on their interests. The new policy will be global, and it will apply to Instagram, Facebook, and Messenger.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
At the Olympics in Tokyo, fallout continues after American star gymnast Simone Biles withdrew from the team competition for stress-related reasons. The U.S. went on to take silver, finishing second to Russia in the competition. Biles has now announced she will not compete in the individual all-around final, which starts on Thursday, in which Biles was the defending Olympic champ. American star swimmer Katie Ledecky took gold in the 1,500-meter freestyle. It's her sixth career Olympic gold medal. In men's basketball, the U.S. dominates Iran, winning 120-66. Damian Lillard led the U.S. with 21 points. In baseball games of note, it was the Giants beating the Dodgers 2-1. San Francisco gets the game-winning run on a Cody Bellinger throwing error in the eighth inning. San Francisco now has a 3-game lead on L.A. atop the NL West standings. Yankees beat the Rays 4-3, while the Red Sox and Blue Jays were rained out in Boston. Boston still with a 2-game lead on Tampa Bay in the AL East. The Braves clobber the Mets 12-5. The Nationals beat the Phillies 6-4.
Here's your weatherology forecast. For today, a heat advisory continuing. We'll have mostly sunny skies, hot conditions with highs into the upper 90s. Then for tonight, mostly clear, dropping back to a low of 73. For the day on Thursday, a slight chance for an afternoon storm developing, working up to a high of 91. And a chance for some showers and storms on your Friday, not quite as hot, back in the mid-80s. For the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Carroll.
Were you in church last Sunday? As followers of Jesus, a.k.a. Christian, Jesus says, "You are my witnesses." When you do not attend church on Sunday, your witness to family, friends, co-workers, and neighbors says something was more important than spending time in worship. So plan now to attend this week, or is there something more important? This is Roger Sloan with the Lillian Church of Christ, where we love to share Jesus.
All right, currently 79 degrees in our studios. 9:03 is the time. We're going to be taking you now to Burwell, Nebraska. Dave Burney and Shannon Murray are there. They're getting ready to visit with our friends in Burwell about Nebraska's big rodeo. It's the 100th celebration. And as we get ready to send it to them, we want to thank our sponsors for this remote. They include Nebraska's big rodeo. Also, Trotter Woe and Go, Trotter Feed in Burwell. While in town for the rodeo, stop in and fuel up at any of their locations. Also brought to you by Burwell Livestock. They welcome you to the 100th anniversary of Nebraska's big rodeo in Burwell. Also brought to you by the Pizza Palace, because pizza and rodeo is a Burwell thing. Rouse Rags helping us with our broadcast today. Be sure to check out their booth at the fairgrounds this week while you're over in Burwell for the rodeo. Salute Nebraska's, also the Hub, saluting Nebraska's big rodeo's 100th year with daily specials of treats. Also Route 83 Boutique, right next to the Hub. Stop in to see new merchandise of curvy girl-friendly clothing, kid styles, and gifts. And I think this is where we're originating our broadcast from today, Dry Creek Western Wear. Get ready to celebrate 100 years of Nebraska's big rodeo with 10% off boots and hats and a new Wrangler outfit. Those are our sponsors. We say thanks to all of them, and now we go live to Burwell and say good morning to Dave Burney.
Thank you very much. We are live from Dry Creek Western Wear in Burwell. In some ways, it seems like we were just here, and in other ways, it's been a long year since we've been here, Shannon. But it's good to be back, isn't it?
It is.
is. It's always great to come. It's such a great event, and we get to talk to so many awesome people. It's just so fun. You can just feel it in the air. It's rodeo time.
It's rodeo time, the 100th time, which is amazing.
It is amazing.
So we're going to be talking about that in just a little bit. I think we'll find some folks who know the history here of the Burwell Rodeo better than we do, but we're always excited to come up and talk here on the first day of the rodeo. So we have royalty here in front of us, correct?
We do. We do.
Let's start with your introduction, if you would, please.
Yes. Okay. So we have Miss Burwell Rodeo from 2020, Miss Macy. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good. Doing well. Okay. So we were just chatting, and you are from Cedar Rapids, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Nebraska?
Yes.
Cedar Rapids, Nebraska.
Not Iowa. Yes, Nebraska.
All right. Well, it's nice to meet you. We've got to spend a little time with you shopping around here this morning. You were here nice and early, getting ready for a big day. What happens today? What's all going to take place?
So Shaylee, my little miss, and I were really, really busy. We started off the morning bright and early with a couple radio interviews. Then we have Miss Rodeo America coming here this year, so we get to meet her probably around 3 o'clock, I believe. And then after that, we get ready for the first performance of Nebraska's Big Rodeo. And we have the crowning for the new 2021 Miss Burwell Rodeo after the grand entry.
All right.
So,
Macy, how long does it take to get to the point that you are at here today? When did you start the process?
So I started rodeo queening about 3 years ago, and I came here after I won my first title, and I was there for the pageant. I was there all week, and I was just like, this is awesome. This is amazing. I want to do this someday. So I've spent the past 2 years preparing for it, and last year I was lucky enough to get the title. So
bittersweet passing it along?
Yes, very bittersweet, yes.
What are some of the things that you've experienced and what you've I guess benefited? What did you learn along the way?
I've learned a lot. There's a lot that goes into rodeo queening, a lot more than you think, a lot of behind the scenes stuff. So it was really interesting winning my first title and coming in not knowing anything and just seeing everything. Yeah. It's pretty eye-opening.
Well, there's a lot of work and a lot of organization that goes into each part of the rodeo, including the part you're in. So it's good that you understand that it takes a lot of teamwork, doesn't it?
Yes, lots of teamwork, yep.
Yeah. Well, we've enjoyed meeting you. Will you be here for the whole entire rodeo?
Yes, I will be here all week. Tonight is my last night as Miss Burwell Rodeo, but I will be running sponsor flags afterwards. So.
Okay, all right. Are you going to school somewhere, or what's your...
Yes, I actually go to school at NCTA over in Curtis, Nebraska. I'm going on my second year, so... Yes.
And that's going well then?
Yes, very well.
Good. I did ask you off the cuff here about maybe some barrel racing, and you said you don't have any horses right now. Now that you're not going to be queen, are you going to maybe dive back into that a little bit, or is the educational process too demanding?
I might. I'm not for sure yet. I'm not really sure where I want to go going forward, but I have a filly at home that I hope to get started this fall, so we might see where that takes us and maybe get her going around some barrels.
Okay.
We'll see.
Well, no commitment, but certainly in the back of your mind, right?
Yes, for sure.
Macy, it's been real joy meeting you here today. Thanks a lot for taking time to talk to us.
Yes, thank you.
All right, if you'd hand that on over to little Miss Burwell. And that's Shaylee. And Shaylee, I didn't catch your last name.
Shaylee Millison.
Millison, and you told me you're from Dunning, Nebraska?
Yeah.
That's a beautiful part of the country, don't you think?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. You're from a ranch then?
Yeah, I live on a ranch.
The Millison Ranch?
Yep.
All right. So what got you interested in becoming part of this queen process?
So I went to a couple rodeos, and I always saw the queens, and I always thought they were so beautiful, and it looked like so much fun what they were doing. So I got excited about it. So then I tried for my first contest, and I actually didn't win that, but then I tried for another one, and I won it. And then I tried for another contest after my year was over for that one, and I didn't win, and then I won this one, and I was really excited about that.
You have been patient and determined, haven't you?
Yeah, I have.
And so far, has it been worth it?
Yeah, I think it really has.
Yeah. And so what are your role here in the Burwell Rodeo? What will you be doing?
I will be handing off my crown tonight, but like Macy said, we are carrying sponsor flags.
Okay. Also, obvious question, it's kind of a bittersweet thing. You work so hard to get to this position.
Yep.
Yeah. So are you out of high school and college?
No, I'm going to be 7th grader at Sandhills Public Schools.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness, I would have never guessed.
Well, I'm just flabbergasted, actually.
I'm speechless.
I didn't know the age category, I guess, for little Miss Burwell. What is
it? It's 8 to 12.
8 to 12.
Is it really? I would have never guessed yet. You were within that age group.
My apologies, but I think that's a compliment, isn't
yes,
it? Yeah.
I mean, yes.
Yeah.
All right, so do you plan to maybe work at what Macy's accomplished and go on?
I plan to, yep.
All right.
That's exciting.
And do you rodeo some?
Yeah, I do. I junior high rodeo and sometimes go to junior rodeos.
Okay. That's a full-time weekend job, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Amazes me how you guys load up, go to the rodeo, maybe making another rodeo in between and all the different things that you guys do, and still go to school and now in college and in high school, junior high.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing. What do you like best about rodeo? What's your event?
I kind of am in between barrels and tie down roping. I just never can choose, so I love those two.
Okay. All right. Macy, I'm going to hand the mic, ask you a quick question here. You're not between 8 and 12, are you?
No.
Okay.
No.
Not being in college, right? Well, I think this is great that you guys come and talk to us. You've already done some interviews this morning. We appreciate it. Has that been a good experience for you? I'll start with you, Macy, as far as learning how to communicate with media and that sort of thing.
Oh yeah, for sure. When I first started being a rodeo queen and everything, I was really shy. I was not the person to walk up to somebody and start a conversation. They had to come over to me. And throughout my queening journey, I mean, I've come out of my shell. I'll walk up to strangers all the time. And like when it comes to media and everything, it's flourished since I've started.
Yeah,
so.
you feel comfortable. You do a great job. And of course, at your age, you seem very comfortable with the microphone, young lady.
Yeah, I was pretty shy, like Macy said, but not a lot of people can go up and like say a speech at contests. So I think it's really helps everyone if you just like try. Even if you don't go home with a crown, you always learn something from it. So.
All right. Well, it's been a pleasure. Thank you, ladies, so much. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. All right, Shannon.
Okay.
Now that I've made a complete fool of myself, let's move along. That's normal, Shaylee. Don't worry, I do it every day.
All right. Well, next I would like, actually, we'll just talk with Tomas. He is riding in the rodeo. It's not real tricks though that you're doing. You do a lot of lassoing and tell us.
Rope artistry, actually.
Rope artistry.
Okay.
Actually, my name is Tomas Garcilaso, and I'm very happy to be here and celebrating the centennial with my son Louis, and we will be performing together.
Oh, that's great.
Charro is a Mexican horseman that has skills with the rope and with horses.
That's
wow.
great.
And we're very pleased to be here.
And how old is your son?
He's just turned 7.
Just turned 7?
Oh, my goodness.
And you're part of the show?
Sir.
All right. Well, that's fantastic. Tell us about the show itself. What will they see?
I brought 3 horses, 2 adult horses and 1 pony for him. And so, one of them is very particular because he's a Palomino, but he has a long mane. He's very popular, and he's been on the best stages in the country. And his name is Hollywood, and he does some reining patterns and sliding stuff, spinning. And I do my roping routine on him, and then on top of him, and I ended with a big loop. And then it's a quarter horse. And then I have another one that is an Andalusian, Spanish horse, that does some marching, like Spanish walk. And he does some dancing, and then while I'm doing my routine, he does some side pass, some dressage moves. And then I put my rope and I do my roping routine on him, and also while I'm roping, it's a non-stopping routine. He lay down and I do some roping on the ground, and I get to come back on him and stand up and do my big loop around him. Right. And Louis will join me also eventually. So I do a little rotation, and then eventually he will be performing with me. And his pony kind of matches the Palomino horse. That is a mini-me. So the big one is Hollywood, and this one is Holly, so no wood.
Okay.
So he does some marching, spinning, and then he does some roping routine on foot with me. So we do some simultaneously roping.
All right.
Well, that is so
That's fantastic.
neat.
Louie, do you have fun when you perform?
Yes, sir.
You do? And how long have you been working with your dad?
Since 2 years.
2 years now. So you were 5 when you started?
Yes, sir.
Wow,
Oh, man.
that's impressive.
Do you get nervous about it at all?
No, sir.
I thought not. Well, that's neat. How many times will they be able to see the show, guys?
Actually, we'll be performing here. I mean, it's 4 performances, but with him, he might be 1 or twice.
Okay. All right.
Depends on the demand of the crowd, how they receive it. Uh-huh.
Well, I can't imagine they won't like Louie involved.
See, Louis?
Do you like the applause?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Of course. That's
Less
awesome.
attention.
All right, so you'll be performing once per evening?
Yes, sir.
All right, and starts tonight, right?
Exactly. No, we're thrilled and excited. I mean, it's a lot of expectation, and sort of we'll be in the parade on Saturday too, but this is incredible.
Yeah, and you're here for the 100th birthday.
Yes,
That's
it is
pretty
something is going to be on the books, in the history, you know.
Yeah, very
Be
much
part
so.
of it. We're very excited.
And how far did you travel?
We go all over the country.
So,
we just came from Utah, Salt Lake City, and we're here, and then we go to Colorado and Idaho, Utah again, and back and forth, and all over the country again.
All right. Well, very nice to meet you guys. Look forward to your performance. Stay safe.
Thank you.
Well, and then
Thank you.
you won
The Go Big Show.
the Go Big Show.
Mhm.
Okay.
It was a talent show. It's kind of like American Got Talent.
Yes.
And so it was very excited too.
That
to
is neat.
accomplish
Where is that held at?
I was in Macon, Georgia.
That is so neat. Well, congratulations on that.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Nice meeting you guys.
Likewise.
All
Thank
right.
you.
All right.
Thank you. Be good, Louie. Yes, sir.
He is so cute.
All right.
All right.
Well,
Next, we have Jesse.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing, Jesse?
Always good every day. Great.
Good. It's good to see you again.
Man, it's really good to see you. It's been a challenging couple of years, well, a year and a half. So
Yeah.
we didn't do very much last year. Burwell being one of my favorite rodeos, I actually came as a tourist just to kind of hang out. But it's been challenging. We've really been busy this year.
Good. Well, I remember Burwell go ahead and pull this off last year, and you were here to watch it, and that makes the 100th even more special, I think.
Absolutely. You know, I mean, any rodeo, any committee had an opportunity to just kind of say we're not going to do it this year with all that was going on. And for them to step out on a really, really weak limb and give these guys an opportunity to go out and compete and do what they love to do and feed their families. And it was just phenomenal. And my hat's off to that whole committee for making that happen.
Yeah. So you'll be here representing
Ram.
Ram.
Yep,
Dodge
I'm here as a
Ram.
Ram rep. I like Tomas, has been all over the place. I came here by way of Monte Vista, Colorado last week. I leave here, go to Dodge City, on to Coffeyville, Kansas, Payson, Arizona. You know, so it's a never stop wheels turning job, but you have an opportunity to meet some great people, and like I said, the community in Burwell, and you know, the people here at Dry Creek, just everywhere. They're just so unbelievably roll your sleeves up, be who you are, mean what you say kind of people, and it's just so Americano. I love being here.
Yeah, it feels good, doesn't it?
It absolutely feels good. You know, I was at Monte Vista, and the rodeo, they had a Sunday person. As soon as it was over at 2 o'clock, I mean, it started at 2, and I was on the road about 4:30, and I drove all night to get here at 4 o'clock in the morning. And nothing against there. It was a great rodeo, and people were great there, but I just knew that once I got here, it kind of feels like a second home, you know.
Yeah.
So thank you, Burwell, for being so amazing.
All right, and so on the representation side, what are you have a booth here?
We do have a booth here. You know, like everything in the industries of horse trailers, everything has just been really crazy behind. So we're really running short on trucks. When we get them, they're sold as quick as we get them, which is a good problem to have, but we don't want to have a problem not being able to get them. But we'll have a truck display out there. We also have an opportunity for you to register to win $75,000 and win a new truck. So, just come out and have a great time is what we're looking forward to. It's just 100th anniversary, and it's a big deal around here. So
yeah, very big deal. And you'll be on the Midway. Is that where you'll be located?
Yes, sir. We'll be on the Midway, and then I'll be all over the place. If you have any questions or anything that I can help you with in terms of truck knowledge or horsepower or what the truck shortage looks like or how to get one, and I'm available for all that.
Yeah, I'm sure you've had a lot of discussions about the shortages and the chips and all of those things.
Oh yeah, we have, but it's a challenge, and one thing about this industry, we accept challenges. We find a way to get up every morning, whether it's a good morning or a bad morning, or want to do it morning, we just get it done.
Yeah, well, we're happy to see you again. We talked about you on the way over. We wondered whether Jesse was going to be here. I figured you would be, since you came last year just because you wanted to be here, right?
Absolutely. This is the one rodeo that, I actually call the office and try to use a little bit of my leverage, seniority leverage, that says, hey, you guys can send me anywhere, but when Burwell comes up, I want to be in Burwell. Right. I just can't say enough. We get to go float the river on Sunday, a bunch of the bull riders and the rodeo clowns and the rough stock guys and a lot of the personnel, and it's just an amazing time out there. You don't get to do that everywhere. It's been hotter here than I'm normally used to, but the evenings have been really, really cool, but it's a lot cooler than in South Texas right now.
Oh, I suppose so, yeah. Well, the good news is, Jesse, the forecast that we're reading going into the second half of this week, the tail end of the week, looks pretty darn nice. So we're going to have a hot one today and maybe part of tomorrow, and then we'll see it cool down a little bit, so people can come and visit with you in a little more cooler temperatures.
Absolutely. You don't want to miss out on this. This is going to be a lot of fun, a great opportunity. 100 years. I mean, Burwell, that's success.
That is.
A lot of people measure success by money or how big your house is or how cool the car is you drive, but I measure it by longevity, and to be able to do something for 100 years, that just speaks a lot about the community and the people that live here and the people that started this before us, and the people that are doing it now and the people that are going to continue to do it after. It's just a credit to Burwell and the state of Nebraska, the city of Burwell, and it's just a phenomenal place to be right now.
All right. Always good to see you. I hope we'll see you again next year.
Absolutely. And I want to thank Dry Creek for being, so supportive in what they do. We got one of the judges, actually two of the judges just walked through, and they've been here. And, it's just great that they have an opportunity for these people to come out here and be a part of this rodeo and take care of all of what we need to do here. So Thanks so much.
Thank you very much. Good to see you.
You bet.
All right. Okay. That is going to happen here. He's limited to the places he can go? We did not know that. Thanks for the info on that.
All right, so now we're going to chat with Jody from Dry Creek Western Wear. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys this morning?
We're
good.
You
look awesome, so you have to be
good.
Thank you. Jesse's right, and we talk about this every time. There's just a real comfortable feeling you have when you come to Burwell, and especially in Dry Creek. You're always welcoming people, and there's a lot of people coming through. But a lot of us from south of you drive up to spend the weekends, maybe to have something to eat, spend time at the lake, maybe have a pizza while we're here. And you just always feel like, I don't know these people's names, they don't know ours, but we feel like neighbors and friends.
Burwell has a long tradition of being, having a very open arm type community. And I think the rodeo has a lot to do with that, because for 100 years now, people have opened up their homes and opened up the community for all the people that are flooding in to watch the rodeo. Because we are a smaller town, we don't have enough hotel accommodation, and for years and years, people would open up their homes, rent out rooms, people would camp, and they would camp out at the fairgrounds, and they would just open up the whole community, and we would grow to 20, 30,000 people for the week of the rodeo, and so they just carry that on throughout the whole year, and it's a cool feeling to know you're a part of that kind of a community.
Yeah, it's got to be. And we always talk about this too, but the Calumet Reservoir makes it available to people almost all year round. There's camping and people coming to fish and to boat and have fun. And so it's not just the rodeo anymore, which is kind of exciting.
It is. And it just makes It makes Burwell a one-stop for your recreational fun, because we have an awesome golf course. We have a really, really nice bowling alley. We have an awesome movie theater, and we're only a town of 1,200. Plus, we have a doctor and dentist, and we've got lumber yards and coffee shops and, just awesome restaurants, a little bit of everything. And you don't get that very often in this small of a community.
No, you can come in and have an ice cream treat, go across the street, have something to eat. It's fantastic. Let's talk about the store a little bit, and then maybe we can dive into some details about the rodeo a little bit if you like. But we know that any type of business these days, supply has been an issue. Jesse was talking about, automobiles. That's one that people talk about a lot. But I'm looking at your store. I don't see too many empty spots, so you've done a pretty good job here. You always have so much to pick from anyway.
Well, I've been teasing Karen and telling her, my over-ordering habits have come in handy this year.
Right.
Usually you can't even move stuff on the racks, and this year, if you know kind of our tradition at rodeo, you can't even move anything, at the start of the week, and you can actually move some stuff on the racks. So we don't have as much inventory as we typically do, but you can see things better because you can actually see what's on the racks now. But we have had, some issues just like everybody else, and the companies, that if they had it, they would send it to us and sell it to us. So they're struggling too to get their, all their cargo off the ships and then getting it onto the docks and then to the distribution centers. And it'll right itself. We're starting to get stuff in now that was supposed to come in several months ago, but the inventory is flowing in. Mm-hmm. And one thing we did try to concentrate on is when we were not able to get the product we had on order was to find what they did have in stock and substitute something so that we had stuff on the shelf. And so we've been able to continue to restock as much as possible, and that has helped us out. And we have just had a lot of foot traffic all summer long, which is great.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And even though you might be a little short on some things, you're still having you go a little crazy during the Burwell Rodeo as far as sales go.
We do. We always this week do 10% off all hats and boots for this week because, you can't go out to the rodeo without a new pair of boots and a new hat. And then we also have our Wrangler ticket promotion going on this week. So for every $75 worth of Wrangler products that you buy, because, of course, Burwell is a PRCA Wrangler rodeo. And so for every $75 of Wrangler products you purchase, you get a free ticket to go to the rodeo. So there's no reason to miss the 100th celebration of Nebraska's Big Rodeo this year.
The 100th year. Now,
yeah.
If you're listening and you sit in the stands of the Burwell Rodeo, even just once, you understand that when you come to the rodeo, it's more than a rodeo. It is the history that you feel when you're sitting there. And the pageantry and so many things going on at one time. Rodeos are great, but Burwell has a little edge because there's something going on around the track when there's a break in the rodeo.
There absolutely is, and that's what makes Nebraska's Big Rodeo truly entertainment. Because there's a lot of great rodeos, and there's a lot of really good rodeos to go throughout the whole country, but this is actual entertainment because if there's not a rodeo event going on, like you said, in the arena, you've got something going on in the track. They always have multiple acts to watch, and it just is truly entertaining. And there's something to capture the attention of everybody in the family. Mm-hmm. So, sometimes we all pick out our favorite events to watch, but at this rodeo, if there's, if you only have one event that's your favorite, there's going to be something else, though, that you're going to want to watch in the arena, one of the acts or something going on the track. And so it keeps you entertained the entire time.
All right. If you don't mind running down a few of the highlights for us, a lot of the things that are backed by popular demand, you guys always bring back when you can. But we just met the wonderful guys that were going to put on the roping tricks and all of that. That was fantastic.
It was. And, of course, tonight they've moved the start time of the rodeo up a half an hour to 7 o'clock. Traditionally, it was at 7:30, but they've got so much stuff packed into the show with it being the 100th year that they moved it up a half an hour. And so, yes, so the rodeo will start tonight, will be the first big performance at 7 o'clock. And tonight is kids' night. So all kids 11 and under get in free, which is really great. So then the parents only have to buy tickets for themselves. It's a great night to bring the kids out. And this year they have a fabulous carnival out there. So it's also a good night to bring the kids out. And Wednesday night, the kickoff night, it being in the middle of the week, it's not always as crowded as it is over the weekends on Friday and Saturday. So it's a perfect night to bring the kids, let them go to the carnival, go to the rodeo, enjoy the first performance.
Yeah, that'd be great. Anything special? You were mentioning something about some dancing going on, some Native American dancing.
I was looking through the schedule of events, and I mean, it just always amazes me, the events that go on in conjunction with the rodeo. And one of the things I saw was, where was that?
It's on Friday and Saturday at 5 o'clock on the Midway. They will have the Mini Moccasins Indian Dance Troupe, and they'll be performing on Friday and Saturday, which unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to get out of the store because I really want to go and watch them. But in the earlier days of the rodeo, they used to have powwows here. And they would come and they would dance and they would wear their traditional clothing and they would dance for the rodeo. And they'd set up their teepees and they would stay. And I think for the 100th year of the rodeo, it is so great that they are having them come back to celebrate with us because they're amazing to watch.
They really are. We were chatting about it on the way here and how I wish that, I should bring my son to a show like that. I've always wanted them to see something like that because I remember seeing that when I was a kid, when they're in their full dress and they're doing, it's just something magical about it. I don't know. I think it's so neat.
And magical is the right word because it really is. And, and it almost brings tears to your eyes.
Yeah.
That is, I did not even know that they did the powwows before.
Yes,
that is
they
just
did.
Even,
and they would come and set their teepees up and they would stay for the whole week and enjoy the other festivities and then they would dance for everybody. So.
That's so neat. Yeah. Wow.
And if you come to Burwell, some of the businesses have some photographs on the wall of some of those things. So if you get a chance during business hours to stop into some of the places, there's some history on the walls here.
There is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the north side's almost a museum in itself.
It really
is.
And
speaking of museums, at the Catholic Parish Center, starting opening at noon every day, there is an actual museum with rodeo memorabilia of everything over the last 100 years. And they set that up at the Parish Center where there was good air conditioning for this week. And that is close to downtown Burwell. And so we encourage everybody to come and see that too. And that's open to the public.
Will there be shuttles back and forth?
Yes, there will be shuttles from downtown Burwell out to the rodeo grounds and back. And they actually, down around the square and throughout the town, they have little signs, trolley pickups, that they will have the trolley come around and pick people up. And they will do that each night. And they start, I'm honestly not sure what time they start the trolley, but it's usually mid-afternoon that they start the trolley, and they usually run that through about 1 o'clock at night. So they can come back and forth if they park uptown, but they decide to stay for some of the entertainment that is after the rodeo out to the beer gardens. They can catch the trolley back uptown.
Okay. Well, we know you're busy, and we can go through the details. Shannon and I can cover the events before we close, but if there's something else you wanted to highlight, feel free to jump in.
Well, we'd like to invite everybody to the rodeo grounds in the morning at 8 a.m. for the steer roping, the PRCA steer roping, and that will be in the morning at 8 a.m. at Nebraska's Big Rodeo at the arena. So that's a very interesting event to watch if you've never seen a steer tripping before, a steer roping. Yes. I think I'm old enough that I always use the old lingo and, tie-down roping. I can't quite get used to tie-down roping and not calf roping.
All right.
So, and then, of course, the parade.
Yeah,
nobody wants to miss the parade on Saturday morning, and that will start at 10 a.m., and they have a pretty long parade route this year, but if you are anywhere on the square, you won't miss out on that. So, and then when you're done with the parade, you can just slide into Dry Creek and pick up a pair of boots and a hat and go to the performance that night.
Yep.
Get your Wranglers, get your ticket, and go.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. All right, Jody. Always a pleasure.
Yes,
it's
thank
so
you.
nice of you to have us over. We always enjoy coming here. From beginning to this very special celebration, the 100th year, I think it's fantastic.
Yes, and we're always happy to have you guys here. You start our morning off with a smile.
Yay!
Good. And does Karen do her interview now, or?
Yes, and here it goes. As we hear
That's
silence. There it is. There was Karen's interview.
Okay.
She's over there laughing at us, shaking her head. So.
Yeah.
But
She's
she's
continuing
waving.
to
She
work.
says hi.
Yeah. She'll take care of you along with you and your other staff here.
Yes.
Again, your hours?
We're open until 7 o'clock, 9 in the morning we open. And then we're open until 7 o'clock. Our people quit coming in every evening. With the rodeo starting at 7 o'clock, we will probably slow down a little bit. But if people are still coming in, waiting for the trolley, we're happy to have them come in and visit with us.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it.
All right.
All right, we'll take a look at some details here real quick before we close. We might steal Jody's sheet there, but of course we really got underway with horsemanship and things on Clearback July 19th. But we're going to catch up here on this what is Wednesday today, and as we look at the schedule here this morning, they've already started the barrel racing slack, 10 a.m. 4-H animal show, small animal show, and Shannon, we don't want to forget the fair that's going on and the carnival.
That's
and all of
right.
that.
There's a whole fair going on as well.
So they'll have the exhibit hall open for the open class exhibits today. General store is open on the midway for souvenirs and merchandise. At 5 o'clock, the commercial ag exhibits and vendors open on the midway. And then the carnival starts at 5 o'clock today. They've got a beer garden, and they have some music along with that. And then at 7 o'clock, as Jody said, the rodeo begins a half hour earlier. It's kids' night, and 11 and under are free. And they'll have a teen dance at the pavilion later on as well. And I'll let you do Thursday if you wouldn't mind.
Yes, so we have that 8 a.m. PRCA steer roping that Jody was chatting about, the 4-H livestock show. You've got a quilt show, open class exhibits. Those are going throughout the day, starting at 2:30. The open class exhibits at 4. Then, of course, that general store opens on the midway at 4 for souvenirs and merchandise. The carnival opens at 5 yet again. And then, of course, you're getting right into that 7 o'clock rodeo performance again. They will have beer garden and music again in town. And then the teen dance as well. So they've got a couple of nights of that going on. It looks like they do that throughout the week, so that's neat.
Yep, and Fridays they just dive right back in with the exhibits. And don't forget about that museum that Jody mentioned. That is open at the Parish Center from noon until 5. And they have open class exhibits and so forth on Friday. That is also when the Moccasin Indian Dance Troupe comes and performs at 5 o'clock on the midway on Friday. And then more exhibits. Carnival's open. Beer garden will be open. And again at 7 o'clock, the performance gets underway. And Saturday, don't forget about that parade at 10 a.m. Quilt show, museum opens, general store opens, and they'll go all day and into the night on Saturday with another performance with the Moccasin Indian Dance Troupe, the carnival, and everything that you can imagine will be there available for you. And, of course, a performance at 7 o'clock. And this is the 100th celebration of the Burwell Rodeo. Outstanding. They pulled it off last year.
That's right.
And a lot of places weren't able to do that. So this is actually the 100th Burwell Rodeo.
That's right. And if you have, you can always look up that schedule. They have a great website, Nebraska's Big Rodeo. And you can always check and just kind of see what's going on that night if you just want to swing in one evening.
All right, and we're just going to ask the guys back at the studio if they would thank our sponsors for us. We'll turn it back to them unless anyone else wants to visit with us here, and I don't see anybody just
I don't
dying
see anyone
to talk to
lining
us.
up.
But we sure enjoy coming up here. You'll sure enjoy coming to the Burwell community year-round, but especially during this very special 4 days, the Burwell Rodeo's 100th birthday. So we'll send it back to the studio. Thank you, Shannon.
Yep, no problem.
All right, Dave, Shannon, thank you very much. And yes, let's thank our sponsors for the remote that you just enjoyed from Burwell, Nebraska, saluting Nebraska's Big Rodeo. And our remote broadcast this morning was brought to you by Nebraska's Big Rodeo, going on July 28th through the 31st. Performances starting at 7 o'clock every night. For ticket information, go to that website that Shannon was talking about. It's just nebraskasbigrodeo.com. Also, today's remote brought to you in part by Trotter Woe & Go and Trotter Feed in Burwell. While in town for the rodeo, stop in and fuel up at any of their locations. Burwell Livestock welcoming you to the 100th anniversary of Nebraska's Big Rodeo in Burwell. Also, today's remote brought to you by the Pizza Palace, because pizza and rodeo is a Burwell thing. Also brought to you by Rouse Rakes. Be sure to check out their booth at the fairgrounds this week, and you can also check out their business online at rouserakes.com. Also, The Hub, saluting Nebraska's Big Rodeo's 100th year with daily specials or treats. Check them out. Also, Route 83 Boutique, they're right next to The Hub. Stop in to see new merchandise of curvy girl-friendly clothing, kid styles, and gifts. And, of course, the place where we did our remote from this morning, Dry Creek Western Wear in Burwell. Get ready to celebrate 100 years of Nebraska's Big Rodeo with 10% off boots and hats and a new Wrangler outfits. All right, we'll come back with more after this.
Having trouble getting those flies away from your livestock? Talk to them at AgriBest Feeds in Callaway to do away with pests. Check out their Sweet Pro tubs and mineral for cows and horses with garlic for fly control, and now with heat stress formula as well, or Redmond salt with 60+ trace minerals also with garlic. They carry livestock equipment from Powder River and Tartar and Aeroquip chutes and portable tub alley systems. Open Monday to Friday 8 to 5 and Saturday 8 to noon, 1 block west of the Co-op in Callaway. Enjoy the Custer County Fair from AgriBest Feeds of Callaway.
The 23rd Annual Custer County Classic Bull Riding is set to go Monday, August 2nd at 7:30 the Custer County Fairgrounds in Broken Bow. After the Free Pit Barbecue, come on in to the Trotter Arena for a great lineup. Adams Landing Cattle brings back the big screen. Great Plains Communications welcomes 9-time PRCA Clown of the Year Justin Rumford. Gateway Motors and Sandhills Motors welcome bullfighters Weston Wachowski and Rowdy Moon. And Bump and Cindy Markham, thanks to them for a special ceremony honoring our veterans. Also, Thomas Livestock Company brings many-time Act of the Year Tomas Garcia Lazo. With bull riders from 10 states and the Electric Bulls from Shad Smith is sure to put you on the edge of your seat. Advance tickets available at Grocery Cart, Gary Superfood, Everly Boot and Saddle, and Broken Bow Chamber of Commerce. August 2nd, Custer County Fairgrounds in Broken Bow for the Custer County Classic Bull Riding at 7:30. Brought to you by these fine sponsors: Flatwater Bank, Howard Hay Company, Evans Feed, Huss Livestock Market, Lexington Livestock Market, Shelter Insurance, Brent Custer, Anglan ETV, Power Solutions, RNS Radiator, Custer Federal State Bank.
Your locally owned Health Mart pharmacy, Seven Valleys Health Mart of Callaway, hopes you have tons of fun at the Custer County Fair. They are proud to offer you Health Mart products that give you great quality at a low price. Here in the middle of allergy season, see them for allergy relief tablets available in varying quantities. Seven Valleys Health Mart in Callaway. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Wow, another big week in and around our area. Of course, Nebraska's Big Rodeo going on this week through Saturday, and then Saturday on into next week, we'll have the 2021 Custer County Fair. And like always, Casey and I, KBBN Radio, will be there to cover all of the aspects for the fair. But the one thing that we enjoy as much as anything, maybe the top thing that we enjoy, is getting a chance to talk to the kids who are showing their exhibits at the fair. And we'll be having several of those interviews on the air for you on KCNI Radio. Maybe even yet this week, depending on when we can get those set up, and certainly into next week, you'll be able to hear a lot of those on KCNI Radio. And once again, we appreciate all of our business support to bring you coverage of the Custer County Fair. All right, we'll take one final time out. When we come back, we'll recap our coverage of baseball, which we'll have on the air for you tonight, and then we'll wrap up the show. Stay tuned.
Grocery Cart invites you to check out these deals and more marked right now. 8-pound average Hormel bone-in Boston butt pork roast is $2.28 a pound. And Best Buy fresh frozen bone-in split chicken breast is $1.18 a pound. In the produce section, delicious 1-pound packages of red ripe strawberries are 2 for $5, and so are pints of fresh blueberries. California summer ripe peaches and nectarines are both $1.98 a pound. Earn 300 rewards points when you buy King's Hawaiian dinner rolls at $2.98. Grocery Cart, East Highway 2, Broken Bow.
Storms. They're nasty, mean, and the last thing they have in mind is watching out for your vehicle. When storms scratch or dent your ride, bring it to Fixed Right Auto Body in Broken Bow. Todd and the crew want to put their experience to work for you. They're happy to give you a free estimate. Deer are on the move no matter the season. If you have a close encounter that results in damage, bring it to Fixed Right. They'll work with your insurance agency to make everything even smoother. Just north of the railroad tracks on 10th Avenue in Broken Bow. Fixed Right Auto Body.
Rouse Rakes invites you to the 100th Nebraska's Big Rodeo. It's always been the biggest outdoor rodeo in the state, enjoyed by thousands. But you can imagine how big year 100 is going to be. Don't miss the fun Wednesday through Saturday in the evenings. When you're in Burwell, make sure to swing past the fairgrounds to see the equipment that Rouse Rakes will have set up at the fairgrounds. They are proud to offer you quality, dependable, American-made equipment that they have been manufacturing for over 60 years. There's truly nothing out there that comes close to Rouse Tough. Their rakes, mowers, scrapers, and bale haulers are built so you can depend on them for years with low maintenance costs. With dealers in 32 states and Canada, they move their quality products, resulting in customer satisfaction all over. Will your operation be next? Rouse Rakes invites you to the 100th Nebraska's Big Rodeo, going on now in Burwell. They'd love to see you at the fairgrounds too. Have fun at the rodeo from Rouse Hydraulic Rakes.
All right, before we wrap it up for the breakfast show this morning, we remind you of our baseball coverage we'll have on the air for you again today on KBBN Radio, 95.3 FM and KBBN.com. We'll be back in Minden. It's the final day. We know that for sure. It's the final day of the Class B Area 6 American Legion Seniors Baseball Tournament. Broken Bow still undefeated. They're they're one of only 2 teams remaining, but they're the only team that hasn't suffered a loss yet. So because of that, here's a scenario for tonight. Broken Bow will play McCook at 5 o'clock. If Broken Bow were to win that game, tournament over, Broken Bow would be the champ, and they would advance to the state tournament. However, if McCook can win the 5 o'clock game today, then we'll take a break, and the 2 teams will go right back out onto the field and play a winner-take-all championship at 8 o'clock tonight. So whether it's 1 game or 2, we'll have all of the championship action for you later today on the Thunderbird, KBBN FM. Again, the game is scheduled to start at 5 o'clock. Go Bow, Broken Bow and McCook today on KBBN Radio. That's going to do it for the breakfast show today. Thanks for listening, everybody. Enjoy your day, and we'll visit with you again tomorrow.